The following podcast is fan-made and in no way associated with Steam, Valve Corporation, or your mother. Also, it contains highly explicit language, so get the fuck out if you don't want to hear it.
Alright guys, welcome to another slap-happy edition of the Late Night Steamer podcast. I am... oh boy. I am Survivor 4580. With me this week is DJ Pim Daddy.
Hey-yo!
And the ever-entertaining Linux for Life.
What's going on, motherfuckers?
This is episode 9, recorded on June... That's not June 2nd. That's June 3rd, isn't it?
Oh, it's June 2nd, buddy.
It's June 2nd where I'm
You still got
sitting.
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. Time zones. It's recorded on June 2nd of 2012. I love it that it says June 2. What is it?
Oh, yeah, that was my
Second.
mistake. I made the doc. My bad.
Typo. All right. And, of course, the show this week is sponsored by Tootsie Pops. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie center of a Tootsie Pop when Linux is drunk?
1. 2. Fuck you, center! Get the fuck off the stick!
Well done. Well done. So what's going on, Linux? We haven't heard from you in a little while.
Not too much. Took a vacation, refreshed my batteries,
Nice.
and yeah, I enjoyed some time off. Although I gotta say, you would think you would be like, I don't have to do any podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking missed it.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Like, you get so used to doing it like a schedule, and
Yeah,
then all of a sudden,
you
you take that break, and you're like, oh crap, I got nothing to do right now.
Yeah,
Holy
it's
crap.
it's been pretty much a ritual on Saturday nights at this point. I've been
Yeah.
doing at least 2 podcasts, and I've been helping Scott fill in on his Limp podcast as well, and so I've been doing
Which
3.
has been mighty limp recently, might I add.
Even limper, would you say?
Yeah. No, it's even worse. He's a volunteer limper.
Oh.
I'm not sure how that works, but
Me neither.
we could probably discuss the semantics of it at some other time.
I was a drunken limper that one show.
Yeah, you were really, yeah, you definitely had a drunk limp going. Anywho, so we did our first Steam giveaway this week over at steamgifts.com. We gave out a copy of Dungeon Defenders to a, oh god, Masamune Eevee. I think that's how you pronounce that. So congratulations to Masa for winning a copy of Dungeon Defenders. You might want to accept that, by the way. He hasn't accepted it yet, or she, or it. Or probably, it might even be an animal that has a Steam account.
They'll
next-
anybody to sign up.
There you go. Next up, Wolfenstein 3D will be given away this week, so you can get in on that by going to steamgifts.com and looking for the giveaway, or we'll have the giveaway linked on our website, which is www.latenightsteamer.com. Also, we put up some videos this week on the YouTube channel. We have, I think, Binding of Isaac, I think, was this week, the 15-minute
Yes.
steamer. You also did Gish and Field Runners, which
Yes.
I love your Field
Okay.
Runners 15-minute steamer.
Gish. I'm sitting there watching this freaking video, sitting there. I'm like, jump! Fucking jump! Oh my god! Jump!
I couldn't
I'm like,
figure it out, dude.
What the fuck?
I swear to God, I could not figure
And then
out
you're
how to
sitting there
jump
like-
right. And I'm like, oh.
And I'm sitting here hearing the keyboard go,
Yeah.
I'm like, just jump already! Will you?
Have you played the game?
No.
Then
But
go buy it,
I'm
play
going,
it, and film it so I can scream at it. Okay.
I'm going
you
to
go.
because no, you're not gonna have to scream because I'm pretty sure in the video I'm gonna be screaming at it.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I do the jump mechanic is retarded in that game. I'm just like, oh, but I'm
And
trying
then-
to keep it civil,
And then you would jump, get latched on with the Velcro or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you'd let go of A and drop, and I'm like, you were just there, you fucking moron. Let's do it again.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It did. It made my night.
But at least it wasn't tower defense.
That's true. That's true. Which Field Runners was. And the funny thing about watching you play Field Runners is that it was like tower defense to the max. Like you don't have any storyline. You have no like thought out maps. No, it's just bare field, point A, point B, block their path.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were going to run straight across the screen.
Well, what did you think they were going to do? Run around in circles for a while?
I don't
Oh, you're on the field! Yay!
I sort of thought it was going to be like Plants Like Zombies. You know, they were just going to slowly bumble across the field, you know.
Oh.
Nope.
No, they dart. They dart, but it was just funny watching you play that. It got to the point where I actually wanted to buy it myself. So you successfully made me want to buy a game. So, Bosscraft is in the chat. Hi, Boss. What's going on, buddy? So we're starting to see some new people jump in the chat. Very cool.
Sweetness.
Yeah, the Binding of Isaac video I had a lot of fun with. I loved your comment on that, DJ. It's like, suck my tears. Oh, yeah! No! that was a fun video to do because all those reactions were completely natural and it was a lot of fun. So I love that game. It's a great game.
It's like, why are there so many spiders?
Oh, God.
Okay, so if anybody's going to gift a game to Scott, it has to have spiders. Somebody get him a copy of Limbo. That one had a terrifying spider.
I have Limbo.
Oh.
I have Limbo. I nearly shat myself when I first played that and saw that gigantic spider. Especially the one scene. I don't know how far you got in Limbo. There's one scene where the spider actually wraps you up and throws you in a web.
Oh God, that's exactly what you need.
I nearly had a heart attack watching that. It just freaked me the frick out. I couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it.
Oh, that's fancy.
So, DJ, why don't you go ahead and carry us over to the next section?
Well, we're going to start our...
Oh, wait.
Shut up.
Wait, pause the show. Pause the show.
Time out.
Apparently, Linux wants to introduce the next section.
Oh, go for it. You just made me
choke.
You made me spit on my monitor.
Choke.
Is it Brad? Is he distracting you?
No.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Go for it.
3, 2. Your steaming pile of news.
That was sensual.
Yeah, I know. I think I have it already. All right, DJ, why don't you go ahead and talk about it? Oh, okay. Right.
Okay. This week, our games with demos. I wrote down "Go fuck yourselves" because apparently there are none.
Yeah, it's really disappointing to see that no games.
I know.
Came
no
out
games
without a
came
demo.
out with
It's like,
demos.
really,
See,
and
this...
there's a couple on here that really needs a demo too.
Oh yeah, and I will say one of the games we're covering later, Worms, does actually have a demo. So if you want to technically shoehorn that in here, go play that. So
and it's just it's sad to see these games without demos. They're all being delivered digitally. So there's when games were all delivered via media itself. Okay, maybe it took them extra work to do it. There can't be a whole lot of extra work.
Yeah.
Distributing a digital copy of your demo when you're distributing your game digitally too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how hard could it be to have like a 5-minute demo?
Yeah.
To allow you to play the game for like 5 minutes and then cuts off or something like that,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
you got to make one extra exit screen that says "Thanks for playing the demo. Please buy here."
Oh God, so hard. Well, we could probably rant about this for hours. So let's go ahead and actually take the first game.
Well, the first game we have without demos is Conflict Desert Storm. Plot is take charge of the most feared special operations forces in the world, the elite British SAS, the Delta Force squads, or the dangerous high school girls in trouble squad. You are the best trained, best equipped, best organized. The area that has been assigned to you is yours for the taking. Seek, locate, destroy enemy targets and personnel. Right now it is 25% off for $7.49. It's regularly $10. It's Windows only. And, of course, when you look at the screenshots and check out its awesome glory, please remember that this was actually released in September 2002.
Well,
yeah, it's pretty clear, too. I'm running the screenshots through our live stream, which, by the way, if you ever want to join, you can find out the info on our Twitter and on our website. But anyway, first off, military shooters. I don't want to play anymore. I'm so done with military shooters.
It has,
especially ones from 2002 with graphics that looks like it came out of my ass.
Oh yeah, it's kind of rough. It had a Metacritic of 56, so yay.
It's like halfway.
But one thing I noticed, and we could use this as a discussion sometime. I noticed that the games that don't have demo videos on Steam typically have sucked. So I had to go out and find the gameplay on YouTube. But yeah, it's like, okay, there's your sign right there. There is no demo video, and they only have a couple screenshots.
I think it's because they know.
Yeah.
We're putting this on here for convenience. It's not because we're really proud of this, so we're just going to sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, we just want to get another $1 out of you, so. Next we got Mad Riders. And I have to scream this because it's in all caps, so everyone cover your ears. Feel the heart-pounding thrill of extreme off-road racing competition. Is that
beautiful.
Good? Okay.
That was
awesome. That was well done.
Perform aerial stunts, use your boost wisely, and open shortcuts to dominate your friends on 45 tracks in stunning tropical locations across the globe. $10, Windows only, and it's a new game, so...
Yeah, the graphics looks pretty nice for this. I mean, you look at the screenshots, and it's got some pretty awesome. It's got the motion blur. It's very detailed.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those games where it's got a lot of like quirky humor to it, because it does have like a little bit of a cartoony look to it. I don't know if it's worth the price tag though. That's the only thing I'm a little iffy about it.
Well, it is $10, and I've seen a lot of games that are similar to this that are a lot more than $10. So.
True, very true. I don't know. I think it's one of those games I'll definitely pick up when it's on sale, even if it's only like 33% off. I would probably still pick it up.
Yeah,
it does look fun.
But
it does.
Their description's in uppercase. It must be cool.
That's the law of the land, That's the interwebs. Well, if it's in uppercase, it must be screaming at the top of its lungs.
Well, look at Field Runners. That was the same way.
True. Fair. Field Runners describe nothing about the game. That's a terrible example.
Now, in this, when I watched the video for it, I actually felt like it was almost like the game was too fast. Did you get that impression? Or am I just getting old and I just need to get in the slow lane or something?
I think for what this game is trying to be, I think the speed is perfect. It's like, it basically is trying to model itself as the Unreal Tournament of racing. A lot of people complain about Unreal Tournament being one of the fastest FPS, where like things are just like mind-numbingly quick.
Yeah.
In this case though, it's perfect. It's what it needs to be. So it definitely gives that illusion that it's supposed to be fast. It's supposed to be kind of mind-numbing at the same time.
Yeah.
And kind of fun in those regards because of it.
Okay, well, we shall move on. Next is my favorite pick of the week. It is Magical Diary. You have been invited to attend a magical school. Here you could make new friends, learn dozens of spells, face exams in the school dungeon, run for class office, and try to find a date for the May Day Ball. But be careful.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It is 20% off at $11.99, so it's on sale. Go get it, guys. It's regularly $15. Windows and Mac. So yeah, this is the only Mac game that came out this week.
We need to make sure Scott gets this.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm sure it's going to be gifted to me at some point.
Dude, it's on my wish list.
Well, from the chat, Bosscraft says, "The fuck? I'll pay 20." And I think Twin Minecraft is that Brad?
Yes,
that's probably Brad.
I think. Brad says, "Any boobs?"
Well, there are panties.
Oh, well. Oh, okay.
That's apparently like one of the quests. You have to figure out who's stealing the panties or something. Yeah.
Really? Oh my god.
Well, okay. Next, I have I had to I copied and pasted in a review from Rock Paper Shotgun. They said, "Weird barely begins to cover it. Magic Diary is an indie Japanese-style adventure, though not actually from Japan. It's a little bit visual novel, a little bit RPG, and a whole heck of a lot of Harry Potter. Luckily, it's also really good fun."
You know, I'm going to say this, and I probably will regret it at some point. I do want to play this. There's just something about it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the typical dating sim JRPG kind of thing. It does actually look like it's kind of kind of interesting.
It boils down to like Legend of Grimrock in that screenshot right there.
yeah. It doesn't look like it'd be that bad, in all seriousness. Like, it might not be great for an hour-long playthrough, but... You know, in doses, it actually looks like it'd be entertaining. Oh, and by the way, Twin Minecraft did say he is Brad, so welcome to chat, Brad. And there you go. And Bosscraft mentioned to you, I believe to your panties comment, close enough.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So yeah,
very cool.
It is on Mac and Windows, so
yeah. Well, it's good to see more Mac games. Too bad Mac can't get some good games.
Yeah.
But...
like the next two.
Oh, yeah.
Next one we got Yee's Origin. I hope I pronounced that correct.
Did you just say yeast infection? What?
Yes.
Yeast infection? We go from talking about panties to yeast infections?
Wow.
What the fuck?
What the hell? It's Wise or Yeez, whatever you want to call it. 700 years before the events of Yeez 1 and 2, the land of Yeez was on the brink of destruction. Stop laughing. Demons came in and drove and forced the twin goddesses who ruled the land to whisk their subjects away from the surface and into the safe embrace of the clouds. It's in the cloud, dude. The demons were persistent, however, erecting a massive tower in pursuit. Sorry, I emphasized the wrong word. It's 1999, Windows only, and it is brand new. And dude, you guys have to go out and watch the trailer because they got this freaking opera metal just blasting the whole trailer. It was like, So
that is exactly why I put this on my wish list. That trailer. After watching that, I felt like a man.
Oh yeah.
I had to put it on there. I just had to.
Dude, that'd be the perfect ending to my day because, this morning I woke up, I went out, fixed the brakes on a Ford car, I went to a gun show, bought the rest of the parts for an AR-15, and then now I can come home and play this game. I'm just like, I am nothing but man. But no, I'll probably get Magical Diary instead.
Gotcha. I really do want to play this game. I haven't bought it yet, and I will at some point, but I've always really liked the art style of the Yeez series, if you want to call it that. I prefer Wise, personally. It just makes a little more sense to me, but...
When you got YS?
Whatevs.
Yeast is just too close to yeast.
Yeah, that's true.
It just bothers me. I don't know what it is. But,
Panties, yeast, and erecting. I don't know what's going on.
Our credibility is going down the drain. Wait a minute, we had credibility?
Yeah.
No, but no, I'm really interested in this game. It looks like it'll be an awesome platformer type of RPG, and you'll definitely see this in my inventory at some point.
And lastly, we got Max Payne 3. It's finally out. So for Max Payne, the tragedies that took his loved ones years ago were wounds that refused to heal. No longer a cop, closed to washed up and addicted to painkillers. Max takes a job in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I think that's right. Protecting the family of a wealthy real estate mogul, Rodrigo Branco. Branco? Seriously? In an effort to finally escape his troubled past. And, like our discussion last week, it is $59.99 on Windows only. So, full price.
This game was available on consoles for a couple weeks, I believe, before they finally released it on PC.
Yeah.
I got a chance to play this on the 360, and I gotta say, I really am digging it. It's a little confusing. We talked about this a little bit in the pre-show. The cinematics are completely changed versus the original two. The original two had more like a comic book style cinematic.
Okay.
where now there's an actual full-blown cinematic sequences where you start to really get to see Max Payne kind of as a person outside of controlling him. And the thing that it's interesting is that they do a lot of like these subtitle tweaks and the camera shifting, and then sometimes it'll like fade from reality to like Max Payne's version of reality. It's really intriguing. It's like a video game version of Crank, if you're familiar with that. Yeah. The thing though about Max Payne games is that I can't help but feeling like I need to kill myself watching some of the cinematics, because Max Payne is probably the most tortured human being on the planet.
Really?
In the first game, literally within the first 15 minutes of gameplay, you realize that your wife and baby child is murdered by an occult.
God.
And that's the high point. So playing these Max Payne games, you kind of feel so bad for the guy. And then you see him get addicted to painkillers because it's your only source of getting health back. And you see him drink to like a stupor. And it's just like, you feel like you're helping this guy in a downgrade, in a decay. And it's just, you can't help but feel bad for the guy. And after 3 freaking games, it doesn't change. He's still being tortured. His life still sucks. But yet he does bullet time, and it's freaking awesome. So it's just, it's a fun game to play, but you really do have to, you can't get too immersed because you will want to slice your wrists afterwards.
And then we get to the rape.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
you did it, buddy.
I broke the cherry. Sorry,
you broke the cherry, the rape cherry. You've been trying so hard not to say that word after the rape episode.
I put down that I wanted to discuss very, very, very briefly. In games like this, do you guys buy them purely for the single player experience, or do you actually see the multiplayer as part of the value? And the reason I bring this up is because, like, when I love the hell out of BioShock, and I never, ever once played multiplayer. But everyone's like, "Oh, would you play multiplayer?" I'm like, I just don't really play multiplayer, games. But I still would pay full price for BioShock because it was such a great game.
I don't remember BioShock having a multiplayer.
Or maybe I'm thinking of BioShock 2. But
I don't know.
The first one doesn't have I know the first one doesn't have a multiplayer.
Maybe I'm thinking of BioShock 2 then. I don't know, but I mean, in this case though, would you even ever play multiplayer in Max Payne 3?
No. When I saw that they had multiplayer, I thought that was kind of cool. They started kind of describing the bullet time, how that works mechanically in multiplayer. I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't think I would get into Max Payne multiplayer. There's so many other good multiplayer games out there that focuses more on that aspect.
Yeah.
Max Payne has always been a story-driven campaign for me, and I don't think I would ever break that. So, by the way, Bosscraft mentions that BioShock 1 and 2 both do not have multiplayer.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I think BioShock
2
Infinite
does.
I
don't know. I don't
There's
think it does.
video. I'm looking right now. There's videos on YouTube of people playing multiplayer BioShock 2. Maybe it was only on console. Because I did play them on console. But yeah, I know for a fact that 2...
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
well, we're kind of straying a little bit. But anyway, Bosscraft says you're a filthy liar.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
Go that route. He says maybe just console. Steam has a different version of it, so maybe that's the case.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about Max Payne, and I don't think I could play Max Payne multiplayer. I'm perfectly happy with the single player experience, and I know that this kind of falls into what we were talking about during that one Steam discussion as far as AAA titles being sold at AAA prices, even on Steam. Totally worth $60.
Okay,
totally worth it. If I didn't already have the game, and I know this is blasphemy for saying this, if I didn't already have the game on 360, I would totally buy it on Steam.
Okay. Fair enough.
I've never played any of them.
You
get
are missing
the fuck out.
Fired! All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and move on to You Chip Bastard!
Oh, you fucker.
I'm sorry. Linux wanted to do the intro. Why don't you go ahead and introduce it, Linux, since I already did it, and you're going to fail at it anyway.
I'm going to put my drink down so I don't spit it.
Choke.
You cheese!
Now that we just lost the eardrums of all of the people listening to the show. God. Oh my god, that was painful.
That hurt.
That was painful. I'm not editing that.
I heard that through you guys.
That is a disaster. That is a disaster waiting to happen right there. Anywho, You Cheap Bastards, where we describe some of the sales going on. We have Saints Row 3 is on the Weekend Madness. God damn it, my ears are still ringing.
And you told me I was going to fail.
Yeah, well, no, you did fail. You just deafened the hosts. Anyway, Saints Row the Third is on sale. It is the third installment of the Saints Row series, if you didn't catch by the third. It is regularly $49.99, but it is on sale for $16.99, and it is an awesome deal. Awesome deal. 66% off, so definitely go get that. Also, there is tons of DLC that is available, especially they have a DLC Season Pass, which is also 66% off right now at $6.79, and that'll give you 3 future mission packs that'll come out in the future.
Yes.
So, very, very cool. We are also... Oh, I'm sorry. Worms Reloaded is also on sale. Now, DJ kind of had some issues trying to figure out what is the pace of this game. I'll describe that in a sec. But one of the things that I definitely want to note is it has a demo. You can play it. It's also the free weekend this weekend, so you can play it right now. Like right now, if you want to play it for absolutely free. But if you end up liking it, it's 66% off at $6.80. It's regularly $20, and it's for Windows and Mac. You can get a 4-pack for $23.11. The Game of the Year edition is $8.50, and with Worms Reloaded and Ultimate Mayhem at 66% off, you can get it for $8.92. So 2 games practically for the price of 1 when you count the price of the Game of the Year edition. So, or you can get the gigantic Worms Complete Pack for $27.20.
Yeah.
Now,
a lot of worms.
A lot of worms. Your dog will be unhappy. Now, you mentioned that you weren't really sure about the gameplay. Like, you even watched the trailer, DJ.
I just, from the trailers, you couldn't figure out what the hell, how you play the game. How do you play this game?
Basically, it is a turn-based strategy game. There's 2 sides. You got your red team and blue team, and you start on opposite ends of a side-scrolling map. And then the whole objective of the game is to eliminate the opposing team. So let's say Linux is Team Red, I'm Team Blue. Each turn, one of our worms will be able to move, progress through the map, and then once I'm done moving my guy, it'll be Linux's turn to move his guy. Then it'll be my turn to move my guy. And then once we get to a point where we're in aiming range, we can either use one of the normal weapons or any special weapons. And ultimately, the whole goal is to completely eliminate the opposing side using your weapons, hopefully not running out of those weapons, because then you're really fucked. And, yeah, and then that's pretty much it. It's really simple in gameplay, but it's one of those things, it's kind of like that whole Ticket to Ride thing. It's really easy to pick up and play, but it takes a while to master, because every weapon has its quirks. Some of them arc, some of them go straight. It's all about positioning, having a little bit of luck with your enemy positioning, and ultimately, having the better weapons on your side.
Gotcha.
So it's a lot of fun, though. I strongly suggest check out the demo if you haven't already.
Okay.
It's tons of fun. I've been playing the Worm series for, at least about 10 years now. And it is a blast. Absolute blast.
That'll work.
So I think that's it for whatchamacallit. I'm a great host. So we're gonna move on to LNS Invades. Now, sorry, live streamers, I don't have video that I can kind of stream on here, so my apologies. But this week we played some Team Fortress 2.
Hell yeah, we did!
And my God, that was a blast. We had a bunch of guys from This Week in Minecraft kind of help us out with the invasion, and they brought the fun, man. They really did. That whole event from start to finish was just nothing but like shit talking anal rape. I'm sorry, I had to say it. And just all-out goodness. Just lots of fun. I mean, I think we had Randark from the RAR community. He came on, had a blast of that. And it was a great time. Just a great time had by all.
Corazaro, the boss, he's actually in our live stream right now.
Yes.
He killed me once and rubbed it in, and then I came back and tried to teabag him. And then as I was teabagging him, somebody teabagged me, so.
Speaking of boss, he says in the chat, I was in there, enough said, and DJ was spraying lead with heavy the whole time.
Watch my YouTube video.
Yes, we have both my perspective and DJ's perspective up on the YouTube channel right now. I think I was actually more of a noob than DJ, though, because I was pyro most of the time, so I would just run up and go...
Yeah, I was watching your feed, and I'm like, man, I thought he was good at this game.
No,
terrible.
That was terrible.
I'm only good with pyro. I can kill people with pyro. I'm fine with that. But if you want me to actually show you skill, no, I can't do it.
Going along with this, if in the future, if we're doing these streams, if anybody tapes their version, their camera, let us know, and we'll work something out. We'll get it up on our channel too. That way, we can get like multiple camera shots from everybody. So
definitely, I think that'll be a lot of fun having that. For this Wednesday, we are going to be doing Fallen Earth, which is a free-to-play MMO based in a post-apocalyptic world. It is a shooter, from what I understand.
Okay.
So you'll have that same kind of feel as Team Fortress.
Nice.
Just not as cartoony and not as face rolling on the keyboard. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Get your guys' account made as quickly as possible, so that way when we actually do set up the event, get all online, we can all just kind of log in, get in on the same server. Keep an eye out on our Steam event page for that, because we will go ahead and mention what server we're going to be on, how we can all meet up, and there will be lots of face raping.
Face rapification.
Yes, face rapification activated.
Okay, we're gonna move on to we modified this section. It is now called New School, Old School. Basically, we're just gonna cover what we're playing real quick and talk about something that maybe we picked up some old stuff. So I'll just start it out this week. I haven't been playing too many new games besides Team Fortress 2, if you want to call it new. I think. Oh, and of course, Field Runners. I played the fuck out of that game. Okay.
You like tower defense?
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll get it out. In the video, I said that I would at least go back and play it one more time. So I went back and I played it, and I actually made it through 100 waves the second time. So yeah, I didn't fuck up right off the bat like I did in the video.
Well, I mean, in your defense, and I think it's shocking that I actually am defending you on this. You don't play tower defense games, so naturally you're not going to know all the mechanics offhand. So, and even then, I mean, all these tower defense games all have different types of towers. Yeah. They all rename them differently, so it's impossible to take your experiences from one tower defense game to another.
Yeah, the boss is giving me a golf clap in the chat window. Thanks.
Golf snaps.
Good times. Golf snaps. I can't golf. I can't snap.
And then my old game I picked up, or I didn't pick it up. I finally installed BioShock, the first one, and that game is just as awesome as I remember it. The game is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, BioShock is one of those games that it's timeless. I mean, you'll be playing that like 5-10 years from now.
Yeah.
It had all of the elements of like horror and suspense that Doom 3 wanted, but kind of failed a little bit to achieve.
Yep.
It really is just a great game, and if you have not played BioShock yet, freaking get it now.
Yeah, I played it.
Don't even listen to the rest of this podcast. Just go get it now.
I almost unlocked all the trophies for it on PlayStation, so like I got really good at playing that game on PlayStation. So it was a hard adjustment to use mouse and keyboard, but yeah, I'm like a third of the way through the game so far, and I'm loving it.
Nice.
I'm loving it. So
nice. Boss said in chat, played that at midnight on PS3, scared the beep out of me.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I gotta say, I'm liking this live stream format, though.
Yes, we'll definitely be keeping this. Yeah, definitely. We'll be doing this every time, so just be sure to obviously check the website, check the Twitter when we'll go live next, and we'll give you a heads up.
And we promise not to live stream our webcams.
No. Yeah. No one wants to stare at my ugly ass for about an hour, I'm sure.
I will take a steamer right here on the desk.
Oh, God. That's nasty. So, Linux, why don't you go ahead and talk about your pick?
All right, this week I've been playing some Diablo 3. That's new.
Nice.
Lots of Diablo 3.
It's a love relationship. There's no hate in it. And I picked it up a couple weeks ago, but Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Hell yeah.
Nice little fun game.
Yeah, San Andreas was probably my least favorite GTA. And there's a reason why. I mean, I'm sure the game in itself is fantastic, but I live GTA San Andreas on a daily basis. I don't need to play a video game version of it.
You're saying you walk out of your house and somebody just comes up and punches you and said, "I need that shit you ride"?
Sometimes. And then, of course, somebody randomly comes out with a rocket launcher. No, I'm kidding.
They fly a helicopter right into your backyard.
Bosscraft just called me racist. No, it's not racism. It's not racism. I hate everybody equally. There's no racism involved. It's only racist if you hate an individual group of people. I hate everybody equally. So
he hates you, boss. He hates me too.
Well, no. Boss is saying that he thinks the reason why I don't like it is because it's got a black protagonist, I think is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can call it an antagonist or protagonist.
Just refer to it as you people, and we'll be fine.
Oh, okay. I'll be sure to hide my white hood. No, I'm kidding. No, it had nothing to do with a black main character. It was not that. Honestly, I don't mind. In fact, actually, my favorite character of all GTA was GTA 3 because the guy never spoke a word.
Yeah, it's
never
true.
said a word. It didn't matter if he was black, white, Mexican. It did not matter. As long as he was just silent, did his job, did his nods, I was happy. So, so as far as my picks, I picked Binding of Isaac as my new school game because they recently released DLC for it. There's new tracks by Danny Baranowski on it. Fucking awesome. And the game is just a lot of fun. It's deceptively complex in the fact that you actually do have to kind of learn how to dodge certain enemies. You don't just go into this like a Zelda clone and expect it to be great. It actually is really tough when you get the hang of it. And they start you with like freaking nothing. You really do got to build yourself up. So it's very challenging. As far as my old school game, I've been playing through the Phantasy Star series.
Oh, God.
And, wow. We're going to ignore that. I've been playing through the Phantasy Star series. I just played the first one from the Sega Master System. Played that on my phone. And now I'm playing the Phantasy Star 2 off of Steam.
I'm blind.
And I'm having a lot of fun.
I'm blind.
If you're wondering why we're laughing so
my
hard,
God.
Linux decided to post a really interesting picture on our
He had to
doc.
go find that. That's the worst part.
Yeah, he looked for that. That is definitely the worst aspect of this.
Thank you, Foundry. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, keep talking. Fantasy Star 2.
Yeah, so well I was talking the whole time while you guys were giggling like little schoolgirls. Jesus.
He brushed it off perfectly. He's like, I'm just gonna ignore that and keep going.
I did.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've seen women like that.
The guys in the chat
real life,
window
okay?
want a link. I'm like, no.
Oh God, no. We're gonna get in so much trouble if we post that. Sorry, guys. That's our first and last live stream on Twitch. Oh my God. All right. Linux, do you actually want to go into this next segment?
Shady URL of the week.
Actually, no. This week it's a reverse shady.
Oh, that's right. Because you're using the cesspool of the internet.
Oh, you're gonna go to the basement. Go to the basement, man.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that the truth?
boards.4chan.org/b becomes 5z8.info/A Ryan
Aryan Brotherhood.
Aryan Brother 00 D.
I'll paste this in the chat.
Yeah, you might have to paste it in the chat. Fist pumping, bro.
V28MN porn now.
I was like, that is so fitting for 4chan. Especially B, because it's like Aryan Brotherhood and porn. That's pretty much what B is. So it makes it less scary. So mission accomplished.
I don't even know what B is, or A or C or whatever. All the
B is it's it's the base that board, that topic board, that truly is the basement of the internet.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I mean, 4chan in itself really isn't the greatest place to go to if you're weak of heart.
Oh, yeah, and B is the worst of 4chan.
Oh, my God.
But we love you guys, so don't attack us, please.
Yeah, I know. We're going to have our own, forum post now. Imagine the hell out of our show. No, I never actually have gone on to 4chan ever since I heard the one story that they actually made a kid so sad that he killed himself.
That is true.
And, don't get me wrong. I don't blame 4chan for that. If your kid is basically so emo that he's going to kill himself over a freaking website, that's on him. That's not on 4chan.
Yeah.
But still, that just goes to show you, these people are fucking sick. And they're proud of it.
Yes, they are.
And that's great. But I want no part of it.
I would, back in the day, I would get on there and just, oh my God, it's just entertaining to read the stuff, but you're just like, you're like, what is wrong with these people? Like, they were like bronies before bronies were popular.
Oh,
Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, no, I get you.
And everything that's funny on the internet, I swear to God, started on B. Everything.
Just real quick to touch on this before we head over to our next section. I never got the whole bronies thing. Never understood it. Until I saw an episode of the regular show on Cartoon Network. It's right around the same time as Adventure Time. Yeah. But they had an episode where they had punk unicorns. And there was these unicorns with frickin' mesh shirts and the spike armbands, and they all had a British accent. And I'm just watching this, and I'm like, damn, I actually kind of like looking at unicorns right now. And then it struck me, that's where bronies is. That is exactly where the whole bronies thing is coming from. And I'm like, wow. But,
did you see they're trying to outbid Notch on the latest Humble Bundle?
Really?
No, I'm serious. The Humble Bundle,
wow.
The Humble Bundle guy, his Twitter feed, he even said something. He's like, wow, the bronies are catching up to Notch. They've donated, I think it was seriously, close to $6,000 for the Humble Bundle.
They have a new one out that just came out starting this week too.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, if you're on the Humble Bundle page, scroll down to the stats section, and you can't miss it. It's
I gotta say though,
bronies versus Notch.
For anything to have a battle like that, that's something that needs it.
Oh snap! Shit just got real, yo.
Shit just got real.
Culture happy hour just got in our chat.
And this is where it all goes downhill.
Yeah, shit just got real, yo.
We're gonna move on to the. What the hell?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was horrible. That hurt my ears.
That was random. Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I agree with Boss Duff. By the way, Chad, I just turned down the audio a little bit, so if you still hear the buzzing, let me know. I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that we were buzzing. Or Foundry's just buzzing, one or the other. Not sure which one, but we'll figure it out. So we're going to move on to the next topic, Steam discussion. We asked better voice chat. Damn it. Well, that's not really a question, but you know what we're saying. Basically, Steam's voice chat system is a bit stupid, to say the least, in a technical manner. What would we do in order to improve it, or what can we suggest to help them improve it?
Well,
in chat, obviously, this is where you guys can come in, let us know what you guys think, and give us your opinions while we're kind of talking, and I'll read it off once we're done. So,
well, let me ask this: since was the built-in voice chat that was in Team Fortress 2, was that pretty much the Steam voice chat?
No, that was Team Fortress 2.
Okay, because I was like, that was kind of archaic. But yeah, I have to agree. The boss is sort of saying this too in the chat window. He's like, act more like Mumble. I honestly think, if you want to look at it from a business standpoint, Steam needs to basically acquire Mumble. Does that make sense? Look what eBay did. They just sort of bought up a bunch of things like PayPal, and huge for them. So.
Well, in this...
Oh, yeah, I mean, PayPal made eBay.
Yeah.
In all seriousness. When they acquired PayPal, that is when everyone went, oh, shit, because eBay just got
so
perfect after
that.
Honestly,
it's like, why should they reinvent something that already works beautifully like Mumble, Just...
And here's, WoW, they tried integrating chat as well in their stuff.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
None of these... you have TeamSpeak out there, they do a great job. Mumble does a great job. Ventrilo, awesome. Those are three awesome services that do it right.
And they're the same company.
Everybody else that tries integrating stuff fails.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just like, oh, it's all right. No, it fucking sucks. They don't get the fucking point, though. We just try over and over and over.
Yeah, I have to completely agree with DJ. I think, honestly, if Steam acquired Mumble and put Mumble services within Steam, that would just be godly. That would be it right there. Yeah. I mean, Steam would be a one-stop shop in those regards, because you got to admit, even if you have a World of Warcraft guild, or if you're in other games that you play with your clans, I mean, to be able to have Mumble right there in your Steam client while you have that Steam overlay on all your games, I mean, there's just so much that you can do with that. Mm-hmm. That would just make it amazing.
And I mean, even they could even push the costs of it back to the actual, consumer. Like, they could say, if you want your own private guild, voice chat, and you want one for your Steam group, you could pay for it. Here's $10 a month, and you get your own, voice chat server.
That would be fantastic. I would totally pay that. I mean, you make a great point. I mean, if you have it associated with your groups, then you get better activity with your groups, because ultimately they actually mean something then. It's not just a matter of a bunch of people kind of sitting around going, I like Team Fortress too.
Not to point this out, I created an entire podcast off of Mumble,
Yeah, exactly. But, no, I mean, I think that's a great point. If you have it where Steam wants to make a little money off it, that's fine. Have it set up the servers and have them associated with the groups. And that way you get your clan all set up on a Steam group. And as soon as you have joined the group, you can enter the Mumble channel. All of a sudden, you got your listing right there. You could join the game right there from that screen. It's just, there's so much good things that you can do with that. Mm-hmm. That honestly, it shocks me that they haven't done something like this already.
Actually, a lot of good discussion going on in our chat here. Geek Culture Happy Hour says they think they need to have an operator on the Steam side that connects your line to your party, and then they put a picture going to an actual telephone operator. But he said he agrees. Integrate a service that already works. Allow to integrate your voice service into your group. So he says that can't work, but you already pay for Mumble, then you can pay more for Steam Select. I'm like, yeah. Steam Select.
Steam Premium. Premium steamers all around.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's great points. And even Boss admits, if only Steam officials and people listen to people's podcasts. I mean, if we had a member of Steam actually listen to this and they would change that, perfect.
I'm thinking the first person from Steam that's going to listen to this is someone from their legal department.
Probably.
Like, we're really not sure about this podcast. They keep mentioning rape like it's nobody's business.
We're working for you. We're promoting your games.
I'd like to comment. I did not say that word once this podcast.
What word?
Nope. Good try, though.
Max is buzzed, but he ain't drunk. Have another shot, buddy. Maybe we can get you drunk enough to say the word.
Mountain Dew.
I like Bosscraft's answer. Golf clap.
Golf clap. Yeah, golf clap.
Golf clap. All right. Do we? Yeah, we do have another question. Damn it. I'm failing miserably at my hosting duties. Oh, by the way, welcome to Chicago. You'll start hearing the sirens soon.
Roll them up, kids.
Yeah, no kidding. So, I wonder how many people died tonight. Let me ask. All right. Anywho, now that we got that out of the way, it's funny too because Geek Culture Happy Hour, aka Foundry. Oh, here we go. When I was in a guild with Foundry, he had to tolerate me constantly having sirens in the background. It's like, all right, so we're gonna go into a next year. Oh, God damn it, Scott! So anywho, going back on topic, our next week's discussion is figure out how many number of games you own, the number of games you've installed, and the number of games you've actually never played.
Yeah, so everyone get your statistics.
Let's discuss this.
Numbers.
I can't wait to see Scott's, honestly.
I was about to say, I probably have some pretty interesting statistics in those regards.
When I found out how many games you had, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, did you see the value of it?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I posted the value on Twitter. My Steam account is worth $3,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I bet you anything, I've only spent like a third of that. I know I didn't spend $3,000 on all the games. That's over the course of a few years.
My guess is you didn't even spend $1,000 with all like the Christmas deals and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Christmas, they were like giving games away practically.
Yeah, I mean the deals were like $2 for this. I think I bought Human Revolution, the new Deus Ex, for like $5. It was so cheap, and I was like, "Thank you, mine." So yeah, I pretty much agree with you on that. I think I didn't really spend nearly a third on that, but nonetheless, I'm trying to give Steam some credit and say, oh, I did spend that money, so love me. No, so that's it. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show here. We want to give you a big thanks to the guys who showed up on our chat room. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your interactions. I definitely appreciate it. We'll be doing this again for the next episode.
Yes.
So, is there anything that the chat room wants to say before we go ahead and end the show?
While they're typing that, I do gotta admit, we definitely stole the idea from the Geek Culture Happy Hour.
Shut up.
But it works so good. Definitely go out and check their stuff out. So they podcast on alternate nights from us too. So
yes,
it's not like we're all fighting for airspace here.
No, not at all. And Geek Culture Happy Hour is just a fantastic podcast. We love them to death. Before I end the show, I actually did fail a little bit. I wanted to talk about, speaking of Geek Culture Happy Hour, associated with the Roarcast community, Randark is having a contest right now where you can win a copy of the Humble Indie Bundle 5. Randark. Yeah, exactly. Give me a second to untie my tongue. He's giving away a copy of Humble. Oh my God! Humble
okay,
Indie Bundle
Linux, say the word.
No, I got it.
Bundle.
There you go.
Humble Indie Bundle. I got it.
Indie
Bundle. Shut the fuck up.
Do one more time.
Basically, there's a game challenge.
Wait, hang on. Time out. Pause. Okay.
Thank you. Basically, there's a link. I think we actually retweeted it onto the Late Night Streamer Twitter. But the challenge is to play Star Wars from 1983 on Atari. He posted the ROM, and I think you're supposed to just beat the game. I'm not 100% sure on the challenge. But add Randark onto your Twitter feed if you have not already. It's Randark, R-A-N-D-A-R-K. I cannot talk for the life of me right now. _CJC or CGC. God damn it. Let me try that one more time because I'm failing horribly here. R-A-N-D-A-R-K _CGC. And get involved in that contest because, first off, retro gaming is awesome. And I really am interested to see who actually does take up this challenge and play a 1983 Atari game.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
Star Wars. That's more blocks than your body has room for. So, I mean, even Minecraft is in awe of how many blocks that Atari games have. So, but it's an interesting challenge, and it's got a pretty good prize tattooed on that. So, yeeting on it.
On it.
So, yeah. Foundry's having fun watching me stumble during this whole section. Yeah, screw Scott!
You weren't doing bad until he joined. I think you're got some stage fright.
It's not even stage fright. It's just like, whenever Foundry is in my presence, I know he's going to fuck with me. It's just how it is. It's how it always happens. He always fucks with me. And I think there's a part of me that loves it, but most of me hates it. It's like I have to just sit there and tolerate it. Oh, man. But I love Foundry. He's good people. And like we were talking about, I mean, Geek Culture Happy Hour, awesome podcast. Check it out. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this whole thing up. And let's get the hell out of here, guys.
Hell yeah, let's all go play some games.
Yup. See you next week.
See you next week, guys.
Peace.